Buondì a tutti. Alla fine cambio di programma, avevo voglia di iniziare di Outer Worlds, quindi oggi iniziamo. Sono molto curioso di... La trama non me la sono spoilerata per niente. Il primo l'ho giocato 2 volte, qualche mese fa, oppure ho rifatto l'ho rigiocato tutto in live in attesa del 2 perché non mi ricordavo granché, è veramente figo. Per molte cose molto meglio. Aspetta, non ho visto. Vabbè. Ocean 20, generale, bla bla bla. Lingua italiana, sottotitoli dei dialoghi, sottotitoli battute singole. A far vedere. Modifica comandi. Vabbè, questa è l'accessibilità, non voglio vedere.
Welcome to the Outer Worlds 2. Any similarities to real-world dystopian corporate-branded hellscapes are purely coincidental. I'm the Moon Man. You might know me from such business entities as Spacer's Choice or its parent company, Universal Defense Logistics. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. But I won't bore you with how I became the galaxy's most beloved and recognizable spokesmoon. You're here to choose options from a menu. Well, have I got menu options for you?
Commander, we've been hit by space anomalies,
Buddy?
And the piloting system is...
Però nel primo gioco mi sa c'era la stessa roba. No, allora facciamo così, guarda. Usciamo e ripartiamo, perché c'era lo stesso problema, mi sa, nel primo di Outer Worlds, che ti dice, lingua italiano, sì, però i sottotitoli del...
Welcome to the Outer Worlds 2. Any similarities to real-world dystopian? But I won't bore you with how I became...
No, allora io sono un pirla, scusate, sono scemo io. Partiamo bene stamattina, si vede che ieri sera sono uscito, tipo non ci sto capendo un cazzo, a quanto pare.
Welcome to... but I won't bore you with how I became...
Fammi regolare le impostazioni, ecco. Allora, audio. Schermo, lingua italiano, sottotitoli dei dialoghi. Sottotitoli filmati no, l'avevo guardato prima. Tanti, mettili in tutto. Che cazzo. C'era anche nel primo gioco comunque questa roba. Allora, modalità... prestazioni, è già messa.
What can I do for you?
Oh, ce la facciamo. Sono stupido in culo a quanto pare oggi più del solito. Però sei già anche nel primo, mi ricordo.
Commander?
Ecco, infatti.
We've been hit by one of those space anomalies,
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy?
The astrogator's gears are shot.
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander.
Ci saranno personaggi del primo
What are the
gioco.
orders?
Brace. For impact.
Completamente slegato. Sta cosa mi capisce molto se è collegato oppure se è solo l'ambientazione, ma questa roba...
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations,
Vado a mettere la cosa dei 5 abbonamenti regalo perché ce l'ho ancora, c'ho 50 ore,
or
posso ancora
corrupt
mettere, così
corporations
detto
in league
mettiamo.
with tyrannical governments. The Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists. So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an
Cioè,
SOS,
non
and
si
we
lamentato perché è
will
più
respond
comico rispetto al primo, è meno
immediately.
politico, però dai.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
Cioè, comunque un tipo di comicità che mi piace. Allora, corporatura è solo, ok. Così a caso la gamba. Questo, però il terzo non mi dispiace. Questo qua quasi quasi. No, niente protesi. Dai, che c'avevo. Ah no, così sembra un po' cagionevole di salute, diciamo. No, niente. Ah, caratteristiche di base sono tipo gli sfregi, le cicatrici. Questo cos'è, scusa? Vabbè, niente. Niente approntatura. Allora, colore degli occhi. Va bene, così va. Allora, comunque tra tutte le scelte bello poi vedi i capelli, 63 tipi di capelli. Di cui poi a me saranno quelli che mi piacciono un paio, tipo. Infatti non per niente li metto. E questi pure no, però aspetta, dove erano? Questi, quasi quasi. A rivedere di un altro look. Poi magari con la barba sì, è da vedere. Perché pure il crestone non mi dispiace, eh. Allora intanto metti il colore come il resto. Non so perché, però quasi che lo faccio così, va. A questo punto facciamogli anche i sopracciglioni un po' più folti, un po' più vichingo, senza esagerare. Fammi vedere adesso gli altri, fammi vedere adesso quel crestone come starebbe. Non sarebbe neanche male. Ma sai che quasi quasi, fammi vedere con il barbone ancora un po' più. No, aspetta, poi. Ma sai che quasi quasi. Un po' punk. No, però dai, aspetta. No, vabbè, senza ombretto. Cos'è il blush? Ah, ok. Piercing, sì, e ce n'è una marea in realtà, quindi. Cioè una marea, c'ho quello sul sopracciglio, c'ho due orecchini e mi rifarei il terzo. Allora. Sì, ma fanno tutti cacà. Poi piercing su orecchini, non so piercing comunque questi. Ah, ecco. Sì, ma posso mettere o il piercing o... Solo uno ne posso mettere. Non gli posso mettere un bridge. E niente, allora lo faccio... L'orecchino quello un po' più. E quelli sulle orecchie fanno cacà. Senti, facciamolo così. Sì, colore metallo piercing, poi però rimane sta roba verde che impugna in un occhio, ma no, questo non l'hanno proprio fatto. Allora, hanno un orecchino decente. Mi sa che tocca pigliarsi questo. Va bene, va bene. Così. Magari single. Eh sì, dai. Allora, foglie tatuaggio. Cioè, faccio prima senza, va. Allora, quindi, poi adesso origini. Giocatore d'azzardo perché è quello base. Ex Galeotto. Mi sa che così un po' di grande piano, va, sebbene, Fortuna vuole... Ma sì, dai, mi sembra quello più... No, paladino della legge non ci voglio. Rinnegato, aspetta, come in fondo il motivo per cui ti pagano sarà forse anche il motivo per cui tanti clienti... oddio, questo mi sa che mi cerca. Ti ritrovi a essere un agente del direttorato armato e temuto. Sai che questo non mi dispiacerebbe come origine. Vabbè, vai, facciamo così. Tratti, possente, sei in grado di dare grandi prove di forza. Amici colpiti con uno scatto e una scivolata vengono atterrati. Seleziona un'abilità di specializzazione aggiuntiva. Oddio, questo non sarebbe male. Tempo di caricabilità compagno si incula. Non è che usavo tanto. Usando le formule per munizioni, dispositivo, lancio risorse, è possibile produrre fino al doppio degli oggetti. Probabilità critico più 5. Alcune portano... o questa. Velocità coacciato, scatto in combattimento. Alla fine quelle che mi sembrano buone è o brillante o fortunato. Vai di fortunato, va. Resistenze danni più 1. Danni esplosivi più 10, danni a distanza più 10, penetrazione armatura, danni compagni, proprio danni ricevuti mentre si effettua danni da mischia. Oddio, o questa perché a me piaceva giocarmelo molto pacifist il primo, però... Sarebbe o eloquenza o quello delle armi. Vabbè, vai, armi da fuoco. Ah, 2, e allora armi da fuoco e eloquenza. Non avevo visto. Molto bene. Beh dai, giocatore d'azzardo e fortunato come tratti mi sembrano abbastanza complementari, anche se ha detto che ho avuto sfiga. Quindi... quadrato, non era X.
Commander, I know you've a fondness for betting on long shots, so you're in luck. Because the odds are certainly against us on this one. Your mission destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that are far above any classification that I'm comfortable granting to someone with your proclivities, this colony is outside our jurisdiction. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. And without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. If that happens, well, let's just say you may want to place your bets now on the complete collapse of human civilization as we know it. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives cause the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into yet another interstellar incident, just because you tried to make a few extra bits on the side. Again. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action. Please follow it for once, will you?
May the law and your renowned luck be with you and your team, Commander.
La mia rinomata fortuna lo dice perché c'è il tratto o il dialogo sarebbe uguale per tutti? Graficamente puedo vedere un attimo. Allora,
Commander, hi. Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cause no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. Yeah,
vai.
impressive, huh?
Addirittura
The way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Didn't I just say? But this way, you don't have to risk extended hibernation. That can kill you, you know. The lab coats swear this way's perfectly safe.
Sì, dai, addirittura
Science
il
is amazing, ain't
10%
it?
in meno.
Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Well, Pascal likes to joke around, but I think she's being sincere when she says it's all about looking out for the people who can't defend
Da
themselves.
quanto ho capito qua c'è un
Sandoval
botto di
says he's
scelte,
got
di finali, di roba.
no time for weakness. He says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves. And that we have righteousness on our side. And Jepson, well, you know him, he don't talk much. So, what do you think?
Dico da sempre che le persone vanno messe al primo posto, la loro umanità, la tua, non dimenticare mai che è sul lavoro. Sono indeciso.
Not looking to be contrary or nothing, Commander, but that runs counter to everything we're taught at the Academy.
In questo era
Oh.
ricordato che
Give it some thought.
cazzo mi sa che non è stata un'idea
Anyway.
geniale.
Thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't.
Oddio, è un po' più
I
neutrale
almost
la
plumb
cosa che
forgot
io ho
to tell you.
risposto, dai.
It's near time for
scusate.
Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the
Nel
channel.
primo non c'era sta cosa del questo verrà ricordato.
Call should come through at the console.
Rottami posso... Ok.
Whoa, that's sure faster than taking the stairs.
Ah, addirittura il commento, dai, sta roba non me l'aspettavo che saltavo e dicevo sta roba qua.
Commander, your credentials are required to open the channel with Agent DeVries. Yours are currently located in your cabin.
Don't worry, you're not the only one who needs their gray matter rewired after hibernating our way through skip space, Commander. Door out of commission again? Best accustom yourself to crawling through the vents, I suppose.
Vedere una cosa quindi, mappa. Entro qui dentro adesso.
cabin door appears jammed, Commander. I've made an internal note for Agent Ibarra to look into the cause.
Notavo.
In the interim, you will need to find another way in.
Cos'è quell'altro? Ah, ok, prima non li ho raccolti. Raccogli te. Vabbè, intanto sta roba raccogliamo. Ah, forse perché questo è aperto apposta. Se guardavo in alto.
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive.
Arcadia non era quella del primo gioco, quella finale dove c'erano tutti i nobili, chiamiamoli.
One I found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip core. You'd lose that bet, assuming the core had never been sealed. That whole story, the one about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function, well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad.
Comunque graficamente dei volti li hanno migliorati un botto, c'è da dire.
Hopefully none. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give us some points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs.
Ah, non le posso leggere, quindi se no...
I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here. Don't tell me to calm down. You know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some fool who's only here to pay off a debt incurred through reckless behavior, fouling it up. We shall see. But since you are the commanding officer here, I have no choice but to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I dialoghi sono influenzati da roba che ti dicono dalle tue origini.
I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! Agent DeVries, I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mic different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
Questo che... Ah, vabbè, l'uscita sarà... Lo shooting dai trailer pareva migliorato un sacco.
Ship is secured. We shouldn't appear on anyone's radar here.
You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. And the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I...
Commander, Ibarra and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door. We're burning daylight here, Commander. Shouldn't you be upstairs seeing to rerouting the power?
We all know that a structure is only as strong as its basis.
Fammi vedere quanto spazio... Il peso, dove? Non c'è un limite di peso, scusa.
On which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine.
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the...
Smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here?
Ah, aspetta, poi per terra. Sì, mi sa che l'hanno fritto come uno sprato.
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security's been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
You two, dead. Expiring without permission will result in demerits being assigned. Please note that shooting at this unit is unsanctioned and punishable behavior.
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea to have a cover story.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online. please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail. Mallory? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment? No! I mean, yes, of course I would, willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion. So it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Mallory. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more whatsits. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... I mean, reassigned again?
Mike, slick how you fooled that guard, Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
Allora, fammi salvare intanto il video. E il bastone elettrico che ho raccolto? Cioè il bastone, in realtà mi sembrava di ghiaccio. E non l'ho raccolto. Cioè, mi ha detto di sì, però boh. Forse non lo posso equipaggiare per ora.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and...
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? Ibarra and I'll take security ops, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
That's right. I'm taking your words to heart, Commander. Not aiming to play hero. Just here to get the job done.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
Agent Pascal, ma'am? I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry in the security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Shots. Part of it.
This is passing strange. Still doing Sobin's family's business. Surely you don't think it's anything untoward. The surprise appraisal of our
Jensen and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship then. What? Something wrong with the airlock?
Lo shooting l'hanno migliorato, di molto mi sembra.
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it.
The protector of Arcadia and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed.
Tra l'altro ho usato le cose per curarmi, no? Potevo usare il cibo fuori dal combattimento.
Will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that. Is only as strong as its basic elements. Which is each and every one of them.
Good. Now that that's done... Oh, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you can.
I mean, no. No, of course we have nothing to be concerned about. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest element.
Si basic element
On which it is built.
Ah no, in realtà.
Productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't
Comunque sì, il
succeed
combat
alone.
l'hanno migliorato, mi pare veramente tanto.
And remember, failure will be met with severe
Molto più fluido.
consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements.
Basis elements.
We're encountering more opposition over here than DeVries said we should. Nothing too serious, but any distraction you could provide would be helpful, Commander.
Which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I'm the sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't
Plancia di accesso per la gestione, sito alimentazione di emergenza attivato.
So be it. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Comms are down. This is going better than I expected. The nearby elevator will take you out to the rendezvous.
Invasive elements!
Non mi sta gasando, a livello di gameplay l'hanno migliorato un botto. È meno legnoso rispetto al primo, che comunque non era male il shooting di Outer Worlds, era meglio di quelli di Bethesda.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Oh, che va tutto in merda. Anche mi sa cure in generale, perché sono 4 invece di 2, adesso me ne segna.
Whoa. Hold on. What's this doing here?
What's that? An explosion? Avara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Oh, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. You've got to complete the mission. Damn straight, Commander. I wasn't sure about what you told me back on the ship, but I see now you're right. I gotta look out for myself. Sorry, Pascal. I hope you make it. You too, Commander.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the skip labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep moving forward.
To cover!
Any subject failing to comply. Stand by for further instructions.
Madonna, si ho fatte a pezzettini proprio. Le granate ce le ho equipaggiate? Sì, e le tiro con, suppongo, R1. Vabbè, poi proveremo.
Hey, you there! Come over here at once! Please? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia! I've attempted to raise anyone within the sector, but communications are completely down. And there was that explosion! Please, tell me you know what's happening here. By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Mallory, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me? You not only admit your transgressions as if that excuses what you've done, you've called my fealty into question with your actions. I am a subject of the Protectorate. I need not tolerate some malcontent having sport at my expense. I see. That is a failing of mine as well, and far from the only one. You are far braver than me to admit such so readily. To be honest, I fear the demerits I have accrued due to my myriad failings doomed me long before I encountered you. It is only weeks, if not days, before I must face my fate. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accept it. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization to cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. That could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying?
No,
I
dai che ci
cannot
stavi
be party to your
pensando.
scheme. I'd be caught for sure. You do that for me? Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate.
Come aperto. No, me la dà chiusa.
I don't know what happened out there. This is all going wrong. Niles. He was a promising agent, but we've got no time for grieving. Take the lift behind you and get to me as soon as you can. Imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station, lest his sacrifice be for nothing.
Allora, fammi salvare perché voglio far l'incarico pure. Però è di là tipo effettivamente, quindi aspetta, andiamo avanti. Sul terminale qua allora che... Oh, però questo c'è solo i messaggi e non c'era niente su sto Corbin. fatto il tutorial dello stealth è perché c'è qualcuno, ma dove?
Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Or it is. It is not our place to question. Questions are addiction. Enemy on.
Questo è il terminale del tizio. Aspetta, fammi salvare nel dubbio. Fortunato il cazzo. Ah scusa, il terminale, fammi vedere un attimo, me lo segna. Perché mi segna qua poi, però forse non è sto terminale, quindi. No, però lui era il cadetto Corbin. Salvato, proviamo ad andare un attimo avanti. Ecco qua.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab. DeVries isn't responding to our comms. In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive. Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
Ah, ecco. Ci sono altri tizi. Ah, me la dà come... Ah, completata, ok, ok. Dai, mi ha aiutato, ci stava a non fare il bastardo. Minchia, ha proprio stile Bethesda. Lo shooting mi sta piacendo un botto come l'hanno fatto. Potevo mangiarlo quello effettivamente. Il tizio l'ho fatto esplode con la pistolina. Nice.
Reprobates! Mechanical shall turn the tide. Closing in. Maintaining perfection.
Oh merda. Quello grosso adesso può essere un problema. Beh no, a quanto pare no. Sì, può essere. Chi è?
Changing magazines efficiently and in short order. Hastening to cover.
Forse che sono sempre a livello 1. Si voglia. Comunque sto facendo un botto.
Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I should have known better than to underestimate someone who needs to gamble on anything and everything just to feel alive. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon
Quindi
be
lei è una
rectified.
traditrice, ne sa.
You think I'd betray you, or the Earth Directorate, or my principles for a handful of bits?
Aspetta, come
There is
parli?
no betrayal here, though it is understandable someone like you would see it thus. No. The explanation is far more simple. The Grand Plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. Your righteousness is as unamusing as it is misplaced. I have no expectation to live through this either. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
Suppongo non potevo fare i cambi idea. Cancellati i meriti del tizio, ma il tizio sarà scappato o è stato smolecolato. Boh, io il mio l'ho fatto, poi cazzi suoi.
The Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Director and Agent. Contact with Earth has been lost.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Anti's choice. Greater value for
Ma la soluzione spaziale si è unita con quella cosa della zia che non mi ricordo come si chiama.
Hearing me, pal. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know we usually have some sort of weapons to spend animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical.
Minimo 17 che devi pagare.
Due to the perilous nature of their job, Earth Directorate agents are not compensated with hazard pay. However, 2 more near-death experiences may entitle you to a decorative trophy. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent record, and an automatic grade assigned to your cognitive functions. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately. Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Auntie's Choice invaded Arcadia. Auntie's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. This unit has observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
These years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. More like 9 and change. And a rough 9 years at that. But who's counting? You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but either way, thank you. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
Acts of unprovoked violence are not sanctioned by the Earth Directorate except on occasions of premeditative self-defense.
She's going to ground now, but as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox Relay Station on Paradise Island. She did follow protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than insulting her protectorate communications hub. Astrogator's yours, whenever you're ready.
Mi sta causando un botto comunque, belli, Mo' vedere come evolve la trama, perché molti dicono l'hanno abbandonato, però sì, cioè, da quello che ho capito poi a livello di ruolare, diciamo così, di gioco di ruolo, ha fatto un sacco bene.
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the 2 housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander. Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Agent Ibarra updated this unit's security protocols following an incident of minor exposure. This unit is currently forbidden from unlocking containers, safes, and bathrooms in use. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. An Earth Directorate agent prepares for all eventualities, including but not limited to unpremeditated murder. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit.
Non era quello che intendevo.
This unit is programmed for all manner of self-defense. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience.
Non ingerire questo liquido.
Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer.
Dispositivo di dilatazione tattica. Ah, e questo è il corpo acido. Ok, no, per ora ci teniamo.
The dispenser is now functioning
No, aspetta, mi sa che c'ho...
normally. Your ability to conceal homicides
Ah, missione col
has
compagno,
also been
ok.
increased by 85.9%.
Seguito come va fatto un seguito. Lo shooting è divertente. Posso vedere che questo lo preferirò molto Borderlands, che è stata la delusione zigana. Quanto è grossa sta mappa? Il giusto sembrerebbe. Spero che non abbiano fatto mappe enormi.
Are sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Can't say the same for the trooper.
Emergency.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. company. Must be from...
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Huh. Really? Everyone knows we're cultivating our sprat population for a new deep-fried snack line. So I refuse to fall for such a ham-handed attempt at dissemblance. Look, we're Auntie's Choice. Lying's fine. We downright admire it even, if you pull it off. Next time, try a little harder. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. You didn't happen to find it, did you? Well, never too late to start. Plunder's plunder, Auntie always says. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Red Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them, there's a bounty for it. Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. You get to Town Hall, you passed it. What? You been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane. Once again, welcome to Fairfield. Free trade
Allora, adesso migliorerei. Mettiamo su di uno l'eloquenza e...
Self-reliance on Eden.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. We'll be over here.
Don't mean to sound unsociable, but I might not want to stand so close. The bleeding ain't contagious, but it ain't slowed much neither. I'd hate to bleed all over you. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to take my mind off the pain. Oh, it stings.
This unit is not permitted to operate within corporate-owned medical facilities without said corporation's consent. Non-legally binding reassurances, however, may be offered.
Reassurances, you say? Like what?
Deploying reassurance. Do not worry. You will be fine.
I guess that's something. Look at me, drawing comfort from a drone after being attacked by one. Funny world, ain't it? I was on sentry duty, bravely surveying our perimeter for threats, when a Protectorate drone attacked out of nowhere. Third time in as many days. I returned fire like it was a cereal,
Bang, bang, bang. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, not excessively, of course. Don't want Auntie taking that extra ammunition out of my paycheck. Again, it was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me. I'd prefer if they were. Like with little butler hats, programmed to say pip pip and the like. Wouldn't be cost effective, but it would be adorable. Anyway, Trooper Faulkner happened upon the scene just then and dispatched the drone before it could finish me off. No idea where these drones are coming from, but Faulkner's been having a time of it lately. Be nice if someone helped out, but Carr's hands are tied. Lack of resources, I guess? As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while defending the forward operating base. Imagine the base is probably hurting for warm bodies just now. Can't imagine they'd turn down help from anyone who knows how to handle themselves and is a friend of Auntie's. The FOB's our main line of defense. The only thing stopping the Protectorate from sending their legions over that bridge of theirs and attacking us here in Fairfield. The man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. What I wouldn't give to join his outfit. Playing it safe doesn't amount to much, but maybe you're right. Probably just muck things up at the FOB too. Damn it. I gotta find some way to beat these low-runger allegations. It's all a moot point till I can get this arm of mine mended. Poor Doc Barnes is working himself to the bone trying to take care of us, but he's only one man. I suppose it could be worse. At least Command's not throwing us at that relay station. Can't imagine the casualties he'd be dealing with then, given all its defenses. I don't know. You some kind of doctor type? I hate to stifle your curiosity, but I'm not looking to become an exhibit. Don't sweat it, none. Auntie's Choice advocates for self-reliability anyway. Can't go around expecting other people to solve my problems for me, right? No, I'll be paying him for a service. I'm supporting the local economy, you see. Anyway, thanks for stopping to chat. The other troopers here ain't exactly chatty types. Maybe on account of the blood loss?
Allora, dopo i dialoghi gli tira fuori la pistola in faccia alla gente velocissimo. Menzionato. Ah, quindi ti dice che non hanno parlato, però ancora non
How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Warriors eat it right from the bugs.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so
man.
I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a private consultation.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best. My services do not come cheaply.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. At the moment, yes, it's only medical, Doctor. We also have Dr. Tinsley, but let's just say she's in a different discipline altogether. I'm on my own then, more or less. In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it. Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else? Some. Most still tout the all-healing nature of Protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They ain't grown up with the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison if you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then.
Bello che lui risponde pure.
In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have. Oh, certainly. Right after I see to all these other patients who arrived before you. Such hysterics would not endear you to me, no. It had better be important.
Io salvo prima perché ho paura di fare un disastro. Esplode.
I must say, I'm rather amazed. How did you manage to formulate coagulant with only a handful of ingredients? In any case, I hate being in debt to anyone, so here, something for your trouble. It's your lucky day, Trooper. Our friend here has manufactured a coagulant that will raise your likelihood of surviving the abscission procedure tenfold.
I'm still not sure
Male
about...
come
What's
tratto,
that burning
fortunato,
smell?
quindi.
Oh, good. I think the saw's all warmed up.
Quindi cos'è sti primer? Primer? Fatti vedere. Vabbè, per ora in realtà con tutte le munizioni che ho lasciamo questo. Poi cos'era sto primer quindi?
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to own this place.
Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers? So you can understand my situation then.
L'ho presa
I had
abbastanza.
just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
Comunque mi sta piacendo. Il primo era figo, questo pure. Bello bello. Sto apprezzando.
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. Wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike. Not particularly. Already have plenty of nightmares about them critters. Just thinking about them scrambles my gray matter. I can't imagine setting foot in Spire Grove, even though it might mean losing a chance to acquire the prize of a lifetime. You see, my partner there unearthed an unexploited protectorate technology. Wouldn't go into details, but promised it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens. Don't want to bargain none? Might suspicious, you ask me. Like maybe I ought to end this here conversation. I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later. Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics. Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow. Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure. All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
With a door this tough, they must be storing something.
That guard wasn't being ironical about the
questo è un
giant
soldato
hologram over town hall.
corporativo, quindi non ne parli.
Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that
Quindi
minister
c'è un
like she
altro
said.
difficoltà. Intanto vediamo tutte le quest che trovo.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns. Yeah, it's not as serious as all that. We were just speculating about what's past that big ol' armory door there.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine, Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead.
Che idee c'hai?
Bet that could plow through the door.
Non c'è una guardia poi.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready. Right. With all our new trainees, we've got the numbers. But bodies won't mean diddly without the weapons and equipment hopefully inside that armory.
If there are any weapons at all, I still say it's treasure. This is Eden after all.
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Tesoro di una vita, armi, armature.
Don't that strike you as a touch simple? And anyway, why would the Protectorate lock up everything they'd need to fight back? Unless they were trying to keep it from an invading force. Saying it aloud's altered my opinion somewhat. Fine, it's possible. I'll grant you.
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door is sealed tighter than a salt tuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon. You sound like you've got something percolating. Wish I had that excuse.
Guess we gotta start afresh. Can we untable that tractor meets door idea now?
No, l'idea del trattore no. Ma quindi mi ha dato una quest. Che bollici droni fatali. Questo qua non me l'ha data. Ma è questo?
Leave me be. Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command. From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well? Then we share that much in common. My last mission did not exactly go according to plan either, as my imprisonment no doubt suggests. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick. Manners. How refreshing. And if I did? What a strange argument. Obviously, I would prefer the contents of the armory remain with the Protectorate, but circumstances being what they are, perhaps you're right. We need more privacy before continuing this conversation. Go to the back of the building, and I shall meet you at the window of my cell. I'll be waiting.
Aspetta, quindi. Che non me la sta dando come questo.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no cars. What do you think of...
We should be able to speak freely here without the risk of being overheard. There is an entrance on the roof by which you may gain ingress. Had these 2 dolts bothered to do even the most cursory inspection, they'd have found it. I leave that to you to discover. Be grateful I offered you this much. That is all I have for you. I must recuse myself now, lest I draw undue attention and be subjected to another lecture on the benefits of the free market. Goodbye, and pray we never meet outside this constabulary. I will, of course, be required by duty to meet you as an adversary under such circumstances.
Quindi adesso tocca capire come si va su.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked. Sorry, I've had an accusation of laziness there at my feet a time or two, and I'm not looking to score more. Not with the amount of eyes on me right now. I'm no loafer, mind you. Just happens I like to work in measurable gains, rather than busying myself for the sake of it. Right? You get it. Unfortunately, this job is turning out more vital to the war effort than I was initially given to believe. Meaning I can't exactly go at my normal pace. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. But that terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols. Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's the problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones. Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this perplexity.
Come questo e questo. Devo capire come salire sul da sopra intanto. Ah, forse ho capito. Fammi salvare nel dubbio. Probabilità illusione più 20, velocità scatto in combattimento più 50. Oddio, resistenza ai danni è di poco, quindi boh forse. O però per ora teniamoci quella prova.
Whoa! How in the blazes did you get in there? Huh. Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned, too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. And of course, we have you to thank. That sure was an impressive display of ingenuity and forward thinking.
What do you think, Murph? Guess we could make this some kind of tax write-off.
If anyone asks, you're a professional we hired through the proper channels. Definitely not some nobody drifted in from the Aether. Understood? Good.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm precious to the wind. Maybe I am drunk.
Ah, vabbè, così non ti posso più parlare.
Ideas.
Tutto ciò non è che di qua c'era anche qualcosa poi. Pare di no. Oddio sì, munizioni. Questo. E in tutto ciò l'inventario. Hanno tolto il peso trasportabile che non guasterebbe, però mi pare strano.
Our target audience here is... Welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger? Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between the Protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Antes employees carping about work and the war? Any particular topic you have in mind? Oh, Minister Milford Street's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits to say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions. Tell you one thing you can't avoid, the bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like, an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not everyone's a seasoned raconteur. That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. Trying to find a name that would convince patrons to spend their hard-earned bits here. Like to hear a few contenders? At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here?
Grillo parlante c'è un suo perché, però anche silenzio assenso.
Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Shh, not so loud. Look, operating a new location sure ain't easy. Swear I get blamed for anything going wrong, whether it's my fault or some foul up from the local head office. But the nice thing about Fairfield
If you sound like you got some know-how, people believe just about any bit of hooey or bunkum you declare. All right.
One of my copious. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts. Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one, after all.
Ah, ok, no.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
Something I can help you with? I'd be hesitant to use any code proffered up by a former protectorate. But you go right on ahead. Wowee, look at him go. Car's gonna be pleased having that. Drones launched and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke. Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Carr, huh? Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again. You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual peer review. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Allora, fammi salvare. Quindi ho visto per ora. Madonna, c'è ancora un bel po'. E mi sa che per oggi per stamattina.
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls. I just need to keep reminding myself.
Stamattina mi sa che va che prendiamo le quest qua.
Take whatever business you're running elsewhere.
Vabbè, anche nel primo era pieno di
If you're not a
dialoghi, però
go-getter,
questa cosa
then go
fighe che
away.
almeno danno veramente un senso anche a tipo le scelte pacifiste, cose hanno un senso.
Gonna need
Sto
it.
tanta roba.
Let me
a
guess.
tanti
Gun
altri
keeps
giochi.
jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free. Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to our cause. But in the meantime, I'll trade you my own bona fides for jotting down your name. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their war. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. No one here but you, me, and several tons of well-oiled machinery. What's this about? Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammer claw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties. Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean. hogwash. It's called being practical. If I followed that advice, I'd most likely end up on some bottom rung of the war effort, wishing I still had this posting. No thank you.
Calmina.
Keep 'em coming. I can do this all day. That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void damn things coming from? Not likely. I've been keeping my lamps open for these things ever since they started attacking. But thanks for the concern all the same. Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested. But no such luck. That was a nasty one. Drone downed him on the reload. I do hope he's on the mend now. Erickson's a fine fellow, if a rather poor shot. He told you about that? That blasted, well-meaning gas bag. Now I gotta ask him to strike my involvement from his report to Officer Carr. You see, I wasn't exactly authorized to be shoring up other patrols on the perimeter. In fact, I might have been specifically ordered not to leave this spot.
Una cosa.
Thanks. Well, at least some people in this unit still understand the concept of discretion. And taking initiative. Trouble is, it's only a matter of time before these Protectorate drones break through and do some real damage to Fairfield. If you're keen on lending a hand, bounty terminal's just left of the constabulary. Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting in degenerate bounty hunters now. That would be an understatement. Look, a fresh conscript like you wouldn't understand. I was due a promotion 3 cycles ago. Yet here I am, same rank and post, constantly being lectured and talked down, mocking me like I'm some unlearned recruit. Sometimes they send 2 or 3, but you're right. It feels like the Protectorate is still testing our defenses. But I'm our last line of defense right now. Plus, Officer Carr ordered me not to step foot from this post. Really wish I could give those drones a piece of my mind. Go out there and do what I can.
Io ho visto questi 2, poi mancano questi. Oh, cos'è? Ah, gli schemi, ok.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist-turned-tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort. And with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs. No, I don't believe it is. That's what the Protectorate announcers wanted us to believe anyway, before anyhow. All I know is that if they were to begin working with each other, the mood in town would certainly be merrier. Or something akin to it.
Sennò diventa infinito.
Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that But then, Auntie's Choice came along and offered to transform up. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due. Ah, so you must understand what my position exemplifies and why my work has become my pride. When I embraced Auntie's, I was given latitude to better myself. My dreams and abilities were my only limit. That's the beauty of Auntie's Choice. Everyone can make of their lives what they wish. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true. Why do you assume I had anyone I could consider as such? As for friends, few cared for a janitor who talked to herself and couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be seen as. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. Though I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable. I'll not have such pessimism permeating my lab. Hello again. Remember not to move. What can I do for you?
Qua ho visto più o meno, ci sono quindi queste due casette. Sì dai, poi vado per ultima in quella grossa. Ci sono le due, questa qua sotto. Minchia, c'è già un botto di roba, cioè è tipo un'ora che sto parlando e basta, però ci sta. Qua c'erano delle mail di delivery.
Reese sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
That must be the greenhouse. You know, the one where that Emily is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory. I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
Allora, quindi mo vediamo un attimo qua cosa c'è da queste parti e poi faccio magari perché devo andare avanti con la principale un attimo. Qua c'è un altro resto.
You know, I'm really starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle?
Is everything supposed to be so sweet?
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
Che ne so, voi parlate, io pensavo...
Welcome, welcome. See any... Well, if it isn't a new face, what I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Of course. Though I must also apologize for my inappropriate courtesy a moment ago. You're here for delectable discountables, not my pointless observations. Anyway, let's try this again. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. How can I improve your day? I've been working the store going on a few weeks, still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities, as you witnessed. Advertising is an essential part of my business. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Never made an ad of my own before. Not sure I'd even know where to start. But you seem a perspicacious sort. Maybe you can help me draft something that'll prick a customer's interest. So, what I've got here is mostly weapons and armor. Good quality, looks mighty nice. Any thoughts on how best to pretty up the mention of them? Wow. If that doesn't move some bits, I don't know what will. Knew I had a savvy wordsmith in my midst. Thanks for all your help. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. Think success, present success, be sprats again. Must be after the crunch. Please wait here. This'll just take a moment. Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? No sign of them sprats, thank law.
Ah, perché così uno può rubare, forse.
Coming back out. Be there in a moment.
Oddio, forse quelle due non erano male.
Auntie's choice, weapon, just practice. How can I improve your day the Auntie's way? Sure thing. When you want better, say. I think I...
Quindi adesso c'ho questo qua sotto, queste casettine qua senza quest.
Hey, that's pretty catchy. You might have a future in advertising.
No signs of corrosion. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. Some problem with the lifting mechanism. No lift means no sky mines. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, "Gee, nice weather we're having today." Not unless your talent for interruption matches your knowledge of lifting mechanisms? Like it's that easy, huh? All right, let's see you try then. I was being sarcastic, you ninny. Go do something that's not being in my way. All right, baby. It's just me and you. Me and you again. Now, how's about we figure out what's wrong?
Beh, non posso usare la mia solita fortuna come ho fatto. Magari ce l'ha. Non è che la cosa dei contrabbandieri c'hanno sto coso.
What's the fastest way to climb the corporate ladder?
Do your immediate supervisor's job better? Make them
Là c'è
look
un'altra
bad?
casettina. Aspetta un attimo.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance.
Eccessivi magheggi
So, I'm on my own
corporativi,
here,
nome della divisione.
breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Ah, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.0003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. You read my terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance. Huh. Assertive, ambitious, and aggressively self-deterministic? A go-getter who's not afraid of getting into the muck if there might be profit in it? You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits? I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you. Puh, they were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture. Well, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me? And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Prima che faccio un macello tipo che me sgama. Comunque mi sta piacendo un botto, come il primo, per ora. Cazzo, tessera magnetica del terminale di rifornimento, dove sta?
Scrounging around. Business is always good when a... What do you need this time? Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I could answer them for you. Wait one rat-gone moment. Did Miss
cazzo.
Galloway put you up to this? She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago.
Coincidenze.
I'd call it
Non credo
coincidence
che ci
if it
sia-
didn't feel so much like conspiracy. I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there? All the while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare. Literally. Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or, in this case, grows. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
La cassa di fianco a me, quale? Ah, questa. Oh, vedi che ho fatto bene a potenziare un po' di eloquenza. Andiamo via, che non si sa mai questo si sospettisce, non credo, però. Questo è brutto. Comunque bello, Obsidian, infatti io Vowed sono curioso se lo fanno uscire su PS5 un pensierino ce lo farei pure. Devo dire.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted? How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
E quindi? È finita sta quest? Sì, completata, dai. Allora, proviamo a fare un attimo. Avete esplorare, ho trovato anche un bel po' di roba. Finisco pure sta quest che poi dopo così mi rimane, mi sa qua in zona la principale, andiamo avanti dopo, più tardi. Poi magari facciamo questi due secondari. Mi ha detto sblocca cantina, ah, ok, l'ho sbloccata e da dove entro però adesso nella cantina? Allora. Ah, ma qua, ok.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse? The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Aspetta, arrivo un attimo. È arrivato un messaggio, fammi leggere.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more. If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will be a long time waiting.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it? You've got me there. Nothing enigmatical about a trio of Protectorate stowaways.
The more I listen to you invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means necessary.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. This was always going to end in blood.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish. I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
Cos'è sta cassetta di massima sicurezza? Quindi adesso ci sta magari ecco rimettere questa e poi andare a parlare qua. succede qualcosa se lo faccio. Non doveva andare in questo modo. Madonna, manco il tempo di toccaterra, guarda, ti puoi curare, muori o ricarichi. Manco ho toccato terra, manco l'animazione ha detto sei morto. Mo si incazza qualcuno, mi sparano comunque perché ho tolto sta roba. Ho appena tocco terra ma mi iniziano a massacrare magari. Perché voi non morite però se vi buttate giù, bastardi?
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain? Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? Everything happens for a reason. Yes. Yes, I can see that kind of line working with our Protectorate demographic. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together. Admirably enterprising, though I suspect you may be disappointed on both fronts. I surmise that you require entrance to the Vox. Help me, and I can help you. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning in my estimate.
Aspetta, quindi...
Greetings again. What's on your mind? An opportunity to attain my goals and stick my finger in Babylon's eye? Today's as grand as when I led in the performance department showing of Life of a Salesman. Find your way to the Ministry of Accuracy. And if Trooper Sealong is still alive, do send her back here to debrief. She's still contracted to us after all.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending...
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Facciamo sta ultima cosa, vediamo. Sì, dai, che tanto tutte le altre quest poi pare che sono... sì, tipo... Diabolici, droni letali, viaggio campale, no, è tutto là poi. Tutto fuori dalla città, quindi... Cos'è che devo fare qua?
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room. giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of this Sin is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. That's different. Everything we've done so far has been for the mission, to save everyone. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander?
I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? Exactly. We get answers, then she gets a bullet. Everyone goes home happy.
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like.
Chi è questo? Sull'orme di una socia sensibilmente stizzita. Chi era Savanna? Ogni tanto becco delle quest che non so da che ho preso. Ah, ok, erano le note che ho letto, ma che non ho letto fondamentalmente, ok. Dai, dopo facciamo questa. Sta piacendo un botto. Vabbè, il primo l'avevo apprezzato tanto, quindi... No, tutto nel senso di... non ho ripristinato, ok, altra roba che non dovevo. Ecco, un po' chiudo, comunque figo figo. Allora, cacciatore di trofei, cultore del brand. Costi di corruzione, danni per livello di abilità e eloquenza. Che io comunque questa la tirerò su, dai, facciamo così. Per ora. Ah, ce l'ho là di fianco, mi dice quali ho, ok, ok. Quindi poi dopo continuiamo da qui, dai. Bello bello, comunque hanno migliorato anche un botto di robe, fai vedere, ok, giustamente come al solito 2 ore e 47. Non mi dice l'ora, però sì, dai, qua. Guarda, infatti. No, non voglio difetti. Quindi non l'ho messo, sì. Posto così. E a questo punto dai, continuiamo più tardi, 5 e mezza, 6 credo. A questo punto ciao a tutti, a dopo, a più tardi, buon pomeriggio.